Ja, ich höre dich und ich sehe dich.
Und das Lied?
Yes.
Liebe Stephanie, bist du da?
Ich bin da. Good morning.
Oh Mann. Ja, schön dich hier. I'm happy you're here. We are in English today. We are talking
Yes.
English today, building bridges by addressing or talking about burnout and stress management. Andreas is already here with us, and dear community, we have a little bit. I have got problems with my internet today. Stephanie will take care of all of that. Dear Stephanie, how are you today?
I'm very fine today. I have good mood.
Great.
And
Good
it's
mood.
last.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Andreas, how is our picture, or rather, whatever the stream itself, the sound? Is it okay? Can we continue? Yes, we're talking about burnout, something that many people wouldn't like to talk about. And at the backstage, you already told me that some countries are farther than others. Please introduce yourself and tell us why you love this topic.
Yes. My name is Stephanie Schaffner. Some of you may know me from the past. I'm the founder and CEO of the Stress Managerin. I'm certified trainer for stress management and coach for burnout prevention. And I love this topic because it's a real big business topic. And some leaders ignore this, but it's a worldwide pandemic and we need to stop this. And everybody is talking about COVID-19, but we also have to talk about the burnout pandemic.
Great. I think I was offline a little bit.
Just a few seconds.
Just a few seconds. All right. Thank you so much. Yes, burnout is also right now with the pandemic issues. I think it's becoming even a bigger issue, even at home with homeschooling and all those. That's why I'm very happy that you're here with us. Right, and also in the business context, that's also your part. Maybe you said it when I was offline, but that's also your part. Great.
Yes.
Before you say good morning to our community, these are our topics today. Is it worth talking about burnout and stress? How do you recognize the need to act when in a team? And last but not least, 3 tips that will help you create a safe place for better company results. Great. Let me see who has just joined. I can see, as said before, Andreas is out with us. We have got LinkedIn user, a new live. Yes, thank you. And Alexandra is here with us. Good morning from Facebook, to Facebook. Christian Steiner, I'm happy you're awake. We've got another LinkedIn user, and hello from Zurich.
Good morning.
Andreas is saying everything okay. Thank you. And we've got Michelle Kruger. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Stephanie, where do you stay? Did you say that before? You're a mother, I know that.
I'm based in Darmstadt near Frankfurt. And in the German area.
All right. So stay tuned. There's something to win today also. And we are happy you are here with us. Now, Stephanie, can we just, is it okay if we move on? Is it worth talking about burnout and stress?
It really is worth talking about burnout and stress. And if we just look on the numbers and the states, we see that the numbers are increasing, and we have direct costs for mental illnesses for 16 billion euro per year in Germany, just Germany, and you can check this if you have a Statista account. I don't want to bomb you with too much numbers, but the companies have real efficiency losses if the team is inefficient, and you work really fast inefficient if you are under stress, and so the company have really big losses, and this is a great business issue. And beside the human side, that the employee has to be in the center and in the focus of the company, we have to focus on optimize the companies with this topics.
All right. I understand you. If you look at the figures or the statistic, you'll know that there's something. So we've got to do something. But I also think until we get the statistic or the figures, it's quite late, right?
Yes. Then it's too late, and you can also you can always work preventive. But if the employees or the team members are running in this circle of burnout, and they go to the burnout states, and then it's too late. Preventive you can do every day.
Wow. Oh, that's why I'm so happy that you're here, and that I'm also very happy that you are always addressing that in your LinkedIn posts. And being preventive, I'm just letting you talk. I just want to point out that it's a matter of awareness. Whether your boss knows about this or not, it's a matter of awareness first, right?
Yes. We have in the German country, where the stigma of mental health, and we don't want to talk about this because we don't see it. You see always a broken leg or a broken arm, but we don't see if you have a depression, and you suffer under anxiety, or you suffer under burnout, and people aren't aware enough to talk about these topics because they don't want to see it. And they can't see it, and we have really, really great stigma in Germany about mental illness.
Wow. So you mean the people who are suffering from it, or maybe are seeing signs, they won't talk about it, they're not courageous enough for whatever reason. At the same time, the business managers, maybe we are not ready to accept that the problem exists.
That's the point. The people, it's herself and itself, want to talk about it, and they want to be heard, and they want to be seen. But the managers, team leaders, or even the colleagues aren't ready to take care and to. Oh, I see you are not in a good shape today. What is the problem? Can I help you, or do you want to talk about something? And that's a big issue. And there has to be more awareness of, and yeah,
great.
And it's also a leadership topic.
Oh yes.
Great leadership topic. And if you as a team leader you are responsible for your team, and if you work 12 hours, 14 hours, and email in late night, your team will also email in late night and will also handle this. And You have
And they
to
think
go.
it's expected of them. I get what
Yeah.
you mean. They
Yes.
think it's expected of them to read immediately the boss sends the mail.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Wow, great, great. Yeah, you mentioned that creating a safe place. That's our third point. Before we move on, I just check the comments whether there's something relevant. I would like to mention that it has, and you know that we had already talked about that. It has something to do with quality management for sure. That's why the most safest part, the branch, the air industry, they are really concentrating on human factors, and even the quality managers of such industry, they'll have to visit such whatever, how do you call them, trainings of human factors, how to identify fatigue starting from themselves. Great, great. Our second point would be, how do you recognize the need to act when in a team, in
Yeah.
case also someone doesn't recognize him or herself. But let's see first who has joined, or whether we have some questions. Right. We have Patrick Muller from Lucerne.
Hello. Good morning.
We've got Beatrice Meyer. Thank you.
Oh.
How is it now? Is it better? Morning, Helen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Christian. Good morning, Roswitha. And we've got Andreas saying burnout is a very serious issue. Unfortunately, the affected person notices too late, as you say, Stephanie.
Yes, Andreas.
We've got Karin with us. Thank you, Karin, for joining. And Andreas is writing again. In Switzerland, there's an organization that takes care of brain injured people. Some people are only weakly affected, for example, after whatever that is, trauma after trauma. I don't know the word, but thank you. These people have a very hard time in working life due to lack of acceptance. Yes. Yes. And that also leads to burnout, right? Lacking of acceptance, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Right. Whoa. Thank you so much, Andreas. And we've got Roswitha saying we should talk about these feelings, but it's not easy.
Great
Yeah.
point, Roswitha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Now let's continue, dear Stephanie. How would I recognize that? How do you recognize the need to act when in a team?
If we just focus on the business perspective,
Yes.
I work with international companies and international experts from Ireland, from England, also from the UK, from the US, and everywhere over the world. And we are often taking team diagnostic tools to prove how the team is working. And if we just see the business perspective, we see that the team isn't efficient and it doesn't work efficient. And just from the business perspective. And from the human being side and from the colleague side, you know that somebody is changing his behavior, and you know this as an outstand person really early. And I'm as the burnout person who is suffering from burnout process don't recognize it until stage 7, and I'm really exhausted. And from the outside person, your partner, your family, and your colleagues recognize really early that you are changing, that you change your behavior, that you change your mood, that you change your energy and something like that. And from the business perspective, the team doesn't work efficient. And we have really great tools to prove this and to diagnose this, to do diagnostics with the team. And this is just from the business side and from the expert side.
All right. All right. You're talking about stage 7. What's the stage 7 talking about?
Stage 7 is a really great stage where you can turn it and work preventive with an expert. After stage 7, it is really difficult to work preventive because the person is so high in this circle. And stage 12, for example, is you end up in hospital and it's life increasing. You can't leave your bed and you have heart disease and something like that. And stage 7 is the point where you can change it step by step.
Step by step, just by starting to accept the situation, I think.
Yes, and by starting to change little steps, micro steps, but with an expert on your side, not alone.
Not alone.
No.
So your point is we should listen also to our colleagues who mean it well with us, or to our families if they point out, hey, Susan, something has changed.
This is really important, and I also, that's a great point I mentioned in my trainings and workshops. Take care of each other, because I don't know if I'm changing, because I'm in this funnel, and I work and work and work, and I give my best, and I recognize this not, and you as a colleague see, oh, Stephanie, there's something not good and something is changing with you, and should we go to a talk? And then it's possible to take this person and to have a talk, a conversation with a team leader or something like that. And team leaders should always be trained in stress management basics and burnout prevention, because it's life increasing.
Yes, and it's also good for the team building anyway.
Yes.
Wow, great. My next question, I think maybe you include it here. It's all about creating also a safe place, because if someone tells me something and uses it against me, whether intentionally or not, then we won't be a team anyway. So it's also about how do you call it, Spielregeln, rules of the game, and safe place within the teams and company. What do you think? Yeah.
Or you can include so many good tips, and it starts with the behavior of the team leaders and the overarching leaders. And as we mentioned a few minutes before, don't do email after 6 p.m. because I expect that I have to respond, and we all have a life besides our jobs, and we all do our best and our 100% and over 100%. But if you are emailing your team members, they expect they have to respond. And these are some little rules, as you mentioned. Don't email after 6 p.m. If anybody is in annual leave, accept this. Don't disturb annual leaves. Don't disturb holidays. Don't disturb Easter breaks or something like that. That are little rules, and you may say, "Oh, that's not a thing." But over a year and 2 years, and you go always in the same walk, and it's top on everything falls apart. Then respect people who are not in a really good mood and good shape, and have an ear for them. Be open, speak with each other, have a conversation, have a coffee talk or something like that. And in this virtual time of COVID-19, as a team leader or leader, be there for your people. Listen to them, listen what they need, and not just listen what they need in case of the work and in case of the workspace or something like that. Just listen what they are thinking. How does their life look like in this COVID-19 crisis, how could they manage all this work stuff, and how could they manage the homeschooling in home office situation,
Yes.
and be there and be in a conversation with them and in an exchange, so that they know that they are heard and that they can just talk to you and talk private beside the work topics, and just have a coffee with them, a virtual coffee or something like that. And then a really, really important topic is create mindful meetings. Everybody from us jumps in meetings, in Zoom after Zoom, or in, besides COVID, in on-site meetings, and is running every day. And start every meeting with a 5-minute break down for everybody, and breathe and be present. And after this 5-minute exercise with the team, everybody is focused and concentrated on the meeting, and not in the next meeting with the mind, and or in the past meeting and in his phone or something. And you have to, as you can, with little changes, do a lot to
Wow.
to create a healthy work environment.
Wow. Those are I don't know, mindful, little but mindful changes with impacts, you
Yeah,
know?
great impact.
Yeah. Let me just summarize. I got respect leaves, or when someone is in a leave or out of the office, right? Give them an ear, listen to them, pay attention, and create mindful meetings. If anything, I always say, I'm so sure 50% of the meeting, or even more, we don't need it. The question is, why are we meeting? And if you start a meeting, as I say, with not like this, but to, how do you say, upholding, get
Yes,
be present and involve in another way, not like we are going to push the numbers today, but I'm listening to you, I'm here for you, we are here as a
yeah.
team. Great. Wow. A lot of takeaways here, Stephanie. And you are very relevant point, very, very relevant, especially now at the pandemic times.
Yeah.
Great. Let me see what we've got as comments. Um, At Global Writers, thank you, Andreas. I try to communicate via a common communication tool and using Kanban so everyone can get the work done when they like to work. What do you think about such collaboration tools?
Yeah, I'm from the IT branch, and worked 15 years in the software industry, and I love agile work, and it's a great method to collaborate under teams, and to, as Andreas mentioned, um, um, work when I like to do the task, and I can manage myself, and the agile work style is great. I love that.
You love that, right? Right, and especially communicating before that, you can answer at your free time. You don't have to
Yeah,
answer immediately. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, great. Good morning, Stefan. Nice that you're joining us. And John is writing. Thank you so much, John. Right now, I can't see your face. Yes, I do. Thank you, thank you. I think you're also from England, right? Is burnout in lockdown still possible? And I think yes. I won't read the whole thing, but the first one, I'll say yes, Stephanie. The family, they will notice that they are being pushed into smaller and smaller corner of your life. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great point.
Great points, John. Yes, it is possible, and especially now with, even for the kids. I mean, maybe they won't call it burnout, but with the new, you go do this test, you do this, and the more things coming, or rather more things that the family is about, is to take care about, and we can only deal with that with awareness and with people like you, dear Stephanie. Right. Karen, thank you. But in times like these with home office and social distance, it becomes more difficult. Yes,
Yes,
correct.
yes, Karin. It's really difficult, and I give also workshops for the home office time, and you have to change a little the behavior and the trainings in this only virtual world like this.
That's true. That's true. Andrea says, I also try to find out the personal sacred rest time so that they can be respected by everyone. Yes. And Andreas communicates his as well. So, he gives people the room to say, also, mine is on Tuesday, mine is on Monday. So respect that. Yeah. Yeah. Stefan, thank you. You are saying there are different ways to see that making this a rule, like no males, brings sometimes more stress than the alternative. That's also another great perspective. I used to see it like that, dear Stefan. What do you think about it, Stephanie? Maybe the point is here because some people work better at night, for example.
That's another topic.
Another topic.
Yes, because if you don't respect your sleeping hours and you need your melatonin to lower your cortisol, your stress hormone, and melatonin helps your body to lower it. And if you don't sleep enough hours, you don't recover your hormones, and that's a deep dive and another topic. But you should go to sleep and you shouldn't work in the night hours. I know many people work in the late night hours, but in a long-term perspective, it's not healthy.
So even if someone says I am more productive at night, you think that's not productive?
That's not productive in a long-term perspective. If you take aware of your health, yes.
Yeah. You don't sacrifice your health. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Stefan, what I think what you mean is maybe in a team, if you people are so diverse, you can create your own rules of the game. And also a safe place to point out such issues if you're not okay with it. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Emails are, in my view, poor communication tools for teams. Some people love emails. Some people even print them out. Thank you so much. We've got a question from Sylvie. Thank you, Sylvie, for joining us. You're saying, dear Stephanie Schaffner, is there any change in the number of burnout cases due to the COVID situation? Have you considered anything different?
Hi, Sylvie. Yes. The numbers are increasing, and also the depression numbers are going higher. And we have new states and numbers from our Harvard University or German universities, and from the researchers, and the numbers going higher.
Well, there's also much more to do, actually. So the thing is, even at work without COVID, if you get a lot of work, you can then tell your boss, look, I got these already, then I'll have to leave something out. And I think that's something we also, mothers or parents at home, should do. Now with homeschooling, what am I leaving out? I can't do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Stefan continues saying, thank you, Stefan. So burnout prevention cannot be seen as a static thing. Any suggestion that limits behavior is counterproductive. Be aware of that. I think I get your point. And it also depends on the team and on what kind of work you do. Right. Andrea is saying fixed times are difficult to keep with international teams. Right. That's true.
Yeah, that's another point. Yes, Andreas, got you. But I also work with Australian teams and international teams from the States, and you can manage this, and you can also do the rules that I don't have to respond you in the night
For
to your
example,
email.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Wow, we've got great comments. We'll have to continue just shortly, Stephanie. It's about psychological safety. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for writing this. In our company, we have clearly communicated that we do not expect to react on emails after standard working time.
Great company, Michael.
Michael will join me soon on the LinkedIn Live on Sunday. Thank you so much. A question to you directly. Did you ever experience a burnout by yourself or directly in your family?
That's a really personal question, Stefan. But I experienced, I don't know if you know my book or my podcast or something like that, or you ever saw my videos. I experienced personally really near burnout stage 12 experience, because I worked 15 years in the software company, in the software branch, in different companies and different positions. And I worked as a head of new business in the past, and traveled a lot to my customers, traveled a lot to conferences and something like that. And I had a long-term stress experience, and my body stopped working. And I woke up in a hospital, in a room, and didn't know where I am on this day. And I called my mother and asked her, "Mom, I have no clue where I am. Can you tell me on which conference in which city I am?" And she told me in the past, many years ago, that I'm in Düsseldorf on a conference. And I don't drink alcohol, I don't use any drugs and something like that. And I don't know if you know the story of Ariana Huffington from Huffington Post. She had a total, she broke down on her desk and woke up with a bloody headache, and she experienced her burnout stage 12 with something like that. And after I run my education for stress management and burnout prevention, I recognized that I had a near experience to that I don't was in the stage of burnout 12 after Freudenberger North, but it was near. And I had many colleagues in the past who suffered from a burnout and ended up in hospital. And I think, looking back in my family and in my past relationship, I think many people suffered from burnout. Yes.
Yeah, and even less people talk about it. I'm so happy you are sharing your story with us and being a good example for those who might be even in stage 7, or just to listen to your body, try to talk about it, ask someone and get help. Thank you so much.
By the way, if anybody wants to know the 12 stages of burnout, just leave a comment in Susan's live, and I will send it you by direct message, a PDF overview for the 12 stages. It's in German language, but I also can provide it in English.
Thank you so much. That's a great offer. And there's also something to win, 45 minutes one-to-one with you. Great. Great. Stay tuned. Thank you so much, Stefan, too, for your question. Great question. Great points. Andreas is saying to Michelle Kruger. Karen is also agreeing. And she continues, breathing is the best way to reconnect with yourself. What do you say?
Great.
Michelle is saying, another rule to avoid meetings starting directly after the previous one. 60 minutes meeting has to be reduced to 15 minutes, 10 minutes break before the next one.
Agree. In which company do you work, Michael? Is it SAP? because I know in the DACH region we have a few companies which are really role models in mental health and burnout prevention and something, but in the international world we are a few steps more in the future. So UK, Ireland, and the US are faster in the mental health than Germany.
Wow. That's an international company. I'll tell you, Georg Fischer Piping Systems. We once worked together, and a great company. Right. Roswitha, thank you so much for the important topic. You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Well, maybe from case to case, yeah.
So let me just go to Stefan.
Yeah.
We're just on the topic, and to prevent burnout, Stefan, we have to work months, and we can't go in a deep dive in this life and cover all these things. We have to work on all the areas, on personal. We have to work on the mindset. We have to work on the work and in the all day area. We have to work on the social things to prevent burnout. And we can't deep dive in this live from a few minutes today and cover all the topics. And we do trainings over months to work with the teams on the companies and organizations, and we can't cover all topics today in this short time. Sorry, Stefan.
Thank you so much. It's really, it's not a quick fix, right?
Yeah, it's just a quick overview for people who haven't discussed this topic in the past and never heard about this topic.
Yes. Creating awareness starts like that. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you so much, Stefan. Stephanie. Hi. Thank you, Valentine. You're saying perfectly said. Nice topic. Without this, most people die. Yeah. It ends up to death also. Yeah. Thank you. Now let's see. Kristen Steiner's. Yes, I know.
Okay, I will check it.
I think this is an insider. Thank you so much. And Andreas is saying you can take us as a role model. Right. Rosa is interested in the list. I think in German, the German will do. Rosa, German or English, but you let Stephanie know. And yeah. Thank you so much. Right. We've been here now for 40 minutes, and it has been great. A lot of takeaways, dear Stephanie, and I really enjoyed the session with you and you, dear community. Thank you so much. Do you have something for us, for Azande? Something, your last point, your last statement?
Yeah, you only have one life, and take care of your health and your totally health and of your mental health, because only if you are in a balance you can give 100%, and without your health, life is nothing.
Great. Health first. I forgot the question, dear Stephanie. Where is Stephanie based? She mentioned the town. Maybe you heard about it. Just write it down even later on. And if you know the town she mentioned, the town is in Germany, you'll get 45 minutes with Stephanie in a language of your choice. No, in German or English. Yeah?
In the language of your choice.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so
I
much.
thank you.
Right. You're welcome. Thank you too. We've got
Have a great Sunday.
yeah, Beatrice also says she'd be interested, and Sylvie too. You see? Wow. Great topic. Right. And Ray saying Frankfurt, I can only see one. Uh, there you are. You can have your 45 minutes one to one, and it's gonna be great. Yes, dear community, you've got one life, so take care of that. Thank you so
Yes,
much, Stephanie.
I thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.